we are at the beginning of round 7, lucky 7, and we are going to be using colour C, our work, crochet hook, scissors, bodkin. I guess you know this by now, but you know, it looks nice, doesn't it? Let us begin. That is what round 7 looks like when it's completed, and we do introduce a little bit of complexity in this one, but don't panic, don't worry, it's perfectly achievable. What we're going to be doing here is we're going to be working as you'd expect into the round that we've just made, so into round 6, but we're also going to be dropping down and using the front loops that we have left over, so in, if I bring that up, in here, of round 4, I think it's round 4, 1, 2, 3, yeah, of round 4. So the leftover front loops are going to come into play as well, so we're working in our green ice row here and our beryl row here, and that is the complexity. So if you can handle that, we're fine. So if you have a look here, you will see that working across the top into the back loops of the previous round gives us this effect here, and then we're doing long stitches again to travel across those 2 rows and bring it down into row 4, so you can see, and then we have this lovely little glimpse of these 2 colours coming through. It's so clever, it's fantastic. So this is the layered approach. If you look at it sideways on, you can see it's fantastic texture on this, it's brilliant. So let's get started. With this one, we need to, again, oh dear, look, I'm about to completely cause a complete muddle here. We do have to be careful about where we join in our colour again in this one, and we are asked to join our colour C into the second double crochet of any increase. So if we just find, here you go, here's an increase here where you've got 2 stitches in one, and we're going to join into the second of those stitches, and don't forget we're working back loops only on this part. So normal colour join as we've done so far, and as I haven't managed to do elegantly once yet, not once, but there we are, it's done. Right, so that's counting as our first double crochet, and off we go. So we have got to do 2 double crochet to start with, so there's our first one, here's our second one, back loop only, don't forget, I'm just going to go under there, back loop only, back loop back loop only. Right, now we're going to work 3 trebles, but this is where the magic is going to happen, because we are not going to work them in this row. We're going to go down and work them into the front loops of row 4. Now it's a very easy way to, there's a very easy way to work out where you need to plant your hook to start with, because the middle of the 3 trebles that we're going to do, so the second treble is always going to sit above the top of this lovely long treble stitch we made in round 4. So it's dead easy to work out, because if that's going to be your middle of the 3, your first one has got to start in this one here. Let me show you. So your first treble has got to start in the front loop here, because your middle one's got to go here. Let me do that with a needle. It's much more straightforward to show you with a needle like this. So yeah, we're going to do 3 trebles, and your middle treble has got to line up with this one. So treble number 2 has got to go in here, which means treble number 1 has got to start here. So it's very easy to gauge as you're going round. You've got to just make sure that treble number 2 of the group lines up with the long stitch there. So that's a nice easy way to do it. So here we go, yarn around the hook, and it may be a bit tricky at first, but it's going to go into the leftover loop of round 4. So can you see that's gone in there? There's nowhere else for it to go really, so it will work itself out quite neatly. And that is treble number 1. Here comes treble number 2. So like I said, sitting right at the top of that stitch from round 4. And we're now going to do the last one, and then we'll have a pause and have a look. Right, so if I put that down, you can see. The next part is SK3, which means skip 3, and it's not, if you look at this, you're going to go, skip 3. No, 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 no. You need to fold your work forward. Can you, if I take the hook out, you'll be able to see. It means we're going to skip 3 stitches on this round here. On our green ice round, we're going to skip the 3 stitches. So it's, I'm just trying to show you. So can you see our stitches going into this stitch here? And we're going to skip 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So our next stitch is going to go in there. That's what it means when it says you're going to skip stitches. So if you fold that forward, it's not plainly obvious, is it? But if you just kind of skip, put it forward like that, this is the stitches you're going to skip. Does that make sense? Let's do another one. One, 2, 3. Right, so I've skipped 1, 2, 3, and I'm going in the back loop, and I am finishing this little set of stitches with a double crochet. So that's our little set there. 2 double crochet, 3 treble, 1 double crochet. So let's start it again. So 2 double crochet, back loop only. 1, 2, and now we're going to do the 3 trebles. Sorry, I just need to let out a little bit of yarn. 3 trebles. Right, so do you remember the middle treble's got to line up with this one here? So my first treble's going to go in there, and we're going in the front loop. And again, don't pull it too tight, because it's got quite a way to stretch that treble to sit back up in line there. So that's 1. Second treble's going straight over the top of that one. And that's 2. And here we go on 3. So we're using front loops here. This is the leftover loops from round 4. We used up the back loops on round 4. We're using up the front loops now. And that's 3. So there's our 3 treble. Now we need to skip 3. So I'm going to just bring my work forward. Count 1, 2, 3. So skip, skip, skip. And I'm going into this stitch here to finish this set with my double crochet. One more and then I'll leave you. So start with 2 doubles. Don't forget UK terms. I've probably said that 5 times. I think UK terms in my sleep now. 3 treble. So the first one goes in that front loop before that long stitch there. This is 1. 2, lining up nicely. And 3. Whoops. Skip 3 stitches, skip 1, skip 2, skip 3, and my final double crochet is going in there. Ooh. Okay. So you can see it's coming on. And here is what it's going to finish up like. Oh, without that, I don't know what that is. Yours won't have that feature. It's going to end up like that. So I'm just going to finish off working this round, and I'll come back to you at the very end. All right, so I'm at the end now, and I'm feeling super smug because I've actually got my stitch count right, which is great. So I've just finished, I have just finished a group of the 3 trebles, and I'm going to lean my stitches forward to count the 3 to skip. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to finish with a double crochet, and as if by magic, it's in the last stitch, and I'm very happy about that. So I'll just finish my round with the last double crochet, and we'll go and do, yes, correct, a needle join. Right, so I've taken the hook out. You know the drill by now, don't you? How are you getting on with the needle joins? Tell me. You probably already told me, I should think, by now. I'm recording this and I'm all cheerful. And I imagine it's going to be a, why are you doing it that way? It's not right. Will you run me out of town? See, I'm still obsessed with the cowboy theme. I don't know why. I don't know why, but being run out of town, it's very cowboy-y, isn't it? Right, sorry, needle join. Cowboys, just to be clear, have nothing to do with needle join. You don't need to worry about that. Right, there's the loop. And I've threaded my needle and we're going to pass the needle from back to front. I'm going to do it every time because you may just be picking up these videos now. You might not have done the earlier videos. So pass my thread through from back to front and I don't pull it too tight. This is why I do this way and don't just pull that through with the hook and make it into a knot. So I've got an extra stitch almost, which means I need my extra stitch to cover up stitch 1 here, else I've got too many. So the way I do that is I take my needle and my needle needs to follow the line of stitch 2, which is this one here. So I just go follow, follow, follow with my needle along stitch 2 and stitch 2 disappears under there. So my needle would disappear under there. And I'm going to pull that and you can see it's already kind of sitting in exactly the right place, which is nice. Here's my needle again and it's coming out and it's following the line of that stitch and oh, it's got to go in there. And I put my needle and straight in where it's come out and pass it down, 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 following the line of stitch 2, just like that. It really is a really good finish, isn't it? I love that. And there we are at the end of round 7. Just a little reminder before I sign off and drink my most excellent cup of tea. Actually, I'm going to show you. Look at that. Right, before I sign off and drink my most excellent cup of tea, a little reminder, please, 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 just check your stitch count. If it finished up okay, chances are it's probably right, but just give it a little check, just in case. As things are getting bigger, we want to make sure that we start our round with an accurate stitch count.